Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. Morning, Jamie. Morning, Faisal. Morning, Haley. Morning, everybody. How are we doing? I hope everybody is well and rearing to go on oh God, what day are we? Thursday morning. Right. Okay, so where are we? Working on this feather, all right. Did everyone have a good day yesterday? Yeah, I'm good, Faisal. Thank you. Yes. And I know in yesterday's stream, everyone asked me if James was okay after he had that interesting stream the night before. I didn't know what it was about at the time. When I got off my stream, I was very quickly appraised of the situation because obviously it all happened while I was asleep, of what had happened and what he was dealing with. He's fine. It was just difficult for him in the moment, but he's fine. So I just wanted to thank everybody for their concern and worry about him while he was on stream and since then. Right, okay, so I have a slightly darker shadow here. Yeah, he is doing better, Jamie. Thank you. Yeah. I mean, obviously, I don't want to go into detail, but he's getting the support that he needed. Right. So this feather is quite rounded here. Going to that point. It's quite a fat feather. So I did connections again today. Go me, 2 days in a row. I almost didn't get it. The last two categories, I was like, I have no clue. But I got there in the end without losing all my lives. So I'm very happy with that. Yes, you need to do it. Go do it. Connections enablement. To lift that off. It's left some debris on the paper. You didn't do it either. Oh, dearie me. Slacking. We're slacking today. The connections crew, we need to do it every day. When you're back in your office. Okay. I like that you've got an office. I need an office. Why don't I have an office? When or if ever I win the lottery, I have said I would want to have my own sort of like writing room, art room, just my own little space. Because at the moment I'm sort of like in a corner of a bedroom. And invariably when I'm working, I have people, you know, if I'm writing or whatever, I have people come in, and because we've got an ensuite bathroom in our bedroom, we have people sort of come in and say, oh, can I use the shower? And I have to stop working for people to have a shower. Or if Nick's not feeling very well and he sort of goes to bed early, I have to leave. It's just so frustrating. I would love to have a room of my own. I think that would be amazing, but a luxury at this point in time. You're visiting a site to check out the program. It's 44 degrees Celsius. Oh, Faisal. Oh my goodness. That is crazy tunes. It really is. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Sharpen my pencil, and that's what it did. I think I might have broken my white. Oh, I'm going to have to get the manual one. Hang on. I'm so sorry you're melting. Right, okay, will it do it now that I've got a point on it? No, it's saying that's all I'm getting. There we go. Sorry, I'm faffing about with this new pencil sharpener. I'm loving angels instead. Promise me protection, love and affection. Okie dokie, so this bit over here goes more turquoise in colour. Okay. Is a little macro patterning there. Whether I'm right or wrong. Ooh, Jamie is flexing. Done connections, no lives lost. Well done. And did Wordle in 4. I don't know how many times it took me to do Wordle. I think I might have gone right up to the last go. Well done. I'm very proud. Very, very proud. Clip away. It's really handy doing these drawings with the sort of the projection of this on the screen in front of me, so I can see what I'm doing as I'm drawing, because as I'm looking down at the actual drawing itself, it looks fine, obviously, but when I look up at the screen to see what you guys are seeing, I can just see slight differences where things just need to be a little bit darker, and that's really sort of, I don't know why it looks slightly different on the screen, but it's just really, really helpful for me as an artist, to sort of just understand where it might just need a little bit extra. It's really weird that the eye sees two different things depending on the perspective of how it's viewed. Right, okay, so is that might be a little bit too white. Where's my warm grey 2 gone? Okay, so next feather that sort of comes out here, almost up against that line, comes down to here, and then goes up to here. Okay, I just need to get rid of that pencil line then. It's left a mark. And you warm your hands against the cold. Never be more, that's a shame, 'cause you got the law. Now you with a sad face come up to my place and live it up. I love this song. I think where that's left a mark on the paper there, I might get away with it because there is a dark shadow, a darker section that comes over there, so I'm gonna have to disguise it in that. Live it up, you beside the dance floor. What is the playlist today? It is just a general mix. And after what we discussed yesterday about some of the sort of explicit language that can be heard in some songs, I went into Spotify yesterday and turned off the explicit content in a lot of my playlists. So a few songs were greyed out on me that I can't listen to, but that's okay because there are still the other versions, the radio play versions. There's a bright spot here. Get through those tears, don't you know you're worth your weight in gold? That you're alone in here, let me warm your hands against the cold. Right, let's try and get that in that dark section. I need sharpening. Okay. Still hasn't sharpened, is it? Right, my pencil sharpener's playing up already, so that's good. Throwing everything around, chat. Dropping everything. Oh, talking of chopping everything, I've got a story there. You've just finished work, you don't need to go back to my office, so 3 hours extra weekend. Cool. Yesterday, I was cooking some sausages. Just to sort of have at lunch in like a sandwich. I just really fancied like a sausage sandwich. And I cooked them in the oven because I don't like frying things. And when they were done, I sort of got everything out, got everything ready, used the slice to sort of pick them up off the baking tray, and they fell on the floor. I was so cross. You know when you do that thing where you prepare yourself a meal and then you do something stupid like drop it on the damn floor? I was like, oh, so cross. I was really looking forward to my sausage sandwich. There was everything wrong with floor sausage. And the really funny thing was is that because I was in the kitchen preparing food, the dogs were in there, ever hopeful. And it dropped onto the floor and the dogs looked up at me, looked down at the sausage, looked up at me as if to say, well, are we allowed to get that or what? And I was like, no, you can't have the sausage. It's boiling hot for a start. And I picked it up and I threw it in the bin, and the dogs just gave me this look as if to say, you've just wasted perfectly good sausage. I know, Hayley, it was so sad. I had a very clumsy day yesterday. Yeah, I know. The trauma. It's so frustrating when you're cooking and you get stuff like that. It's like when you roast a chicken and you're doing a roast dinner, and you know how everything has to be timed perfectly to get a roast dinner done correctly. And you've timed the chicken perfectly, you've timed the roasties, the Yorkshire puds, the veg, everything's coming together and everything's done. And you pull the chicken out of the oven and the damn thing isn't cooked. And it's just like, so it goes back in the oven to cook for a little bit longer. You turn everything else down really, really low so it doesn't burn or dry out. And the chicken never cooks. No matter how long you put it in there, it just never seems to cook, and you just end up with a roast dinner without meat. That really annoys me when that sort of thing happens. Right, now, okay, so I have this darker section here. You're bad at time management, especially when cooking. Yeah. It's annoying. Till the day when I knock on your door. It was just one of those days yesterday. I always know when I'm stressed because I start dropping things. When I'm stressed or worried, I drop things. Does anyone else do that? I mean, talk about fumbling the bag. I really do just. I remember when I first found out that I was pregnant with the twins, and I'd gone for the ultrasound scan, and got told it was twins, and I was so stressed out by it. I mean, I was happy, but the shock, and James was, let's think, how old was he when I found out about the twins? So James would have been about 9 months old when I found out about the twins. And I didn't dare pick him up because I came home and I was sort of in the kitchen and I dropped a plate and it smashed everywhere. And then I dropped a glass and that smashed. And James started crying and he needed picking up and sort of soothing. And I just remember saying to Nick, "You're going to have to pick him up because I can't do it. If I pick him up, I'm going to drop him and I don't want to drop my son." So, no, Jamie, I did not drop James. But yeah, stressful. I drop things. haven't dropped any of my children. Jack rolled off a bed once in the middle of the night when he was next to me as a baby. Oh God, I shouldn't laugh. Right, okay, which bit next? Let's do this feather in the middle. Okay, so need this grey bit down the centre. Let's just give it a bit of any of my children. I know I've not dropped other people's children either. No, all children have been completely and utterly safe in my arms. Thank you. The only time my children have sustained head injuries has been when they've been at school. So make of that what you will. Hang on a minute, that's going to need... So James, obviously, I think I told you before, he was playing like this statue game and decided to jump into a metal post and cracked his head open. So he's got a lovely scar on the right side of his head from where he did that. Becca's got a scar under her chin from where she stabbed herself with a pencil when she got bored. Jared hasn't actually cracked his head open to my memory. Jack has, because he ran under the school sign. It was outside in the yard and misjudged the height of it and just sort of cracked his head open on that. And then another time, I think they were bouncing on the bed, sort of jumping around, and Jack bounced off and hit a radiator with his head. So that was another trip to A&E. Such fun. Stabbed herself because she was born. She was literally just listening to the teacher waffle on. And she'd got the pencil like this. And originally she'd got the point down and was resting her chin on this. And then absent-mindedly turned it around and did it that way and rested her chin and up. In it went. So she's got a lovely scar where that one went in. Poor Rebecca. Everybody wanted to sit next to Becca. Everyone loved Becca. She was very popular at school. I'll have you know. Time after time. I just need a slightly warmer grey. Time after time. She's not going to turn into the Hulk fighter. But no one likes to make Becca angry. I think Becca's a little bit like me, to be honest. She will stay very calm about things, but you can only sort of stay calm for so long, and then there'll be something that will come along, like the straw that will break the camel's back, and I don't lose it very often. But when I have, it's been memorable. But I can't remember the last time I got angry, like really, really angry. Well, I got a little bit angry yesterday, but only a little bit. And I kept myself very restrained over a certain situation. She doesn't get judgy. No, she doesn't. You can win Becca over with plants. Plants and chocolate. We'll be waiting time after time. Okay, a chocolate plant. Actually, there is a plant that I can't remember what it's called. I bet Becca knows what it is. But if you smell it, it smells like chocolate. And I think it's called the, I'm going to say the chocolate plant. No, it can't be called that. It must be called something a little bit more clever than that. But yeah, there is a plant that smells like proper Cadbury's chocolate. It's really nice. My mum used to have one. Right, okay, so we have this. I'm so in love with you. This feather here goes. Let's give me the, let's give me the, let's give me the soul. I hear you calling. Right. This is quite a dark feather. But I'm just going to get this light blue undertone to it, because it's quite green almost. I think, is there like a, there's another feather there, isn't there? Well, I can just see. just helped a little bit. Right, okay, so this is quite dark there, so sorry, I'm mumbling to myself again just while I'm working out these landmarks. No, I need this sort of so that goes down there and up here. And then it's quite a strong green there. Quite faint over that grey. I need quite an earthy, where's my earthy green? Here we go. Perfect. Right, so it has some darker shading here for shadow. So has anyone got any nice plans for this weekend? Guess what he told me. Paintballing. Oh, how awesome. I'd love to do that. Not actually done paintballing. We've done we've been to like Center Parcs and done the like they do the same sort of thing basically, but with like lasers. It's done with lasers, like laser tag and things like that. That's always good fun. I love doing that. Sort of perch myself in a tree and pick some people off with like a sniper. Everyone else is running around like mad things, and I just sort of park myself and just sort of pick people off one by one. Love it. Used to love doing that with the kids. You hate it? Seriously? Then why are you going? If you hate it, why are you going? Or is it one of those things that you feel obligated to go because your friends are going and so you're being dragged into it? Right, I just need, this just needs a line here. You're being dragged. Yeah, I thought that was the case then. Oh, you're going to come back with lots of little bruises all over you. You could pretend like you're in Valorant. Just pretend you're in Valorant. Without the utilities. You're in a deathmatch. There you go. You're in a deathmatch in Valorant. You'll be fine. Need you more than ever. Right, okay, so that's there. And then I need this goes here. Nobody falling apart. Nothing I can do. Total eclipse of the heart. We've got to take our cats to the vets tonight. Nothing urgent, just their general sort of checkups. Magic is going, she's our 17-year-old, nearly 18-year-old. She's just going for like her yearly booster jabs and a general check. And Misty is going for her 6-monthly check. So we've got that tonight. So we'll load the cats in the car and no doubt have to listen to them sort of meow and complain about being in the car. It's sad that you can't explain to them you're doing it for their own good. Oh, I posted on Discord this morning. I don't know if you've seen it. Just a little video of our buddleia bush in our back garden. I went out there this morning with my coffee just to sort of get a bit of sunshine before I came up to do this, and it was smothered in butterflies, and it was lovely, really, really lovely. There was bumblebees, honeybees, all these butterflies. There was red admirals, peacocks, cabbage whites, those little comma butterflies. It was lovely with all these bees buzzing around it and ladybirds and the heat of the sun. It was such a lovely, lovely moment. I just sort of had to capture it with my camera and take a little film of it. If you get a moment, you ought to just go and have a look at it. It's just such a lovely moment. I love nature. I love just sitting and watching it. Oh, you've seen it. Oh, thanks, Jamie. Yeah, it was just a little peaceful moment at the bottom end of the garden. Shut up and dance with me. Is that about right? Yeah. Get together. Right, okay, so which feather is next? Oh, excuse me. That's my coffee. I have this one that comes down here. Okay. I've got to start writing my new book today. My editor messaged me yesterday to sort of give me the go ahead. I'd sort of sent in my idea of what the next one was going to be about, because you have to sort of send it in to them and get their approval before you can start writing anything. And she was like, yep, all good, go ahead. So I've got until, what date has it got to be done by? Hang on, let me have a look. I've got to write it by October. So I should be starting that this afternoon. This goes all the way down to almost to the end. New book, yes. Oh, actually, no, let me do this. This colour might be better. It's always scary starting a new one, because you've got to sort of set the tone right from the very beginning of who these characters are and give some hint as to their life situation without sort of like info dumping and not explaining too much. I always feel that the start of a book is probably my favourite bit. The middle is so hard because you're juggling so many things and you can't give them a resolution just yet, so you have to keep juggling them and keep torturing your characters. Endings are great because then you can all sort of pull all those threads back together and give people a happy ending, I guess, or a happy for now. But some days writing a book is hard, y'all. This is kind. I want that earthy green again, don't I? Because this sort of has a shadow here. Just slightly goes over the line. I wish that we could lose this crowd. Right. Let's see, what else have we got planned? Actually, thinking about it, we've got a nice clear weekend. Haven't got any obligations to fulfill, so I'm hoping once I get my words done each day, I will try and aim for about 1,000 words each day on the book, because it only has to be 50,000 words long. Once I've done that, I can have a weekend doing this, drawing. Whoop, whoop. Some of this darker shadow in. Really just sort of trying to get that impression of feathers laying on top of one another. It's a little bit too stark on the film. Better. Better, better, better. You'll have to take a photo, Jamie, of you all sort of in your paintballing get up with a really sort of happy look on your face. And then post it for us all to see how thrilled you are to be there. Maybe one before you start the paintballing and then one afterwards, just to see how much you got shot. Like a before and after. I think that would be fun. You're going to hide in a bush. Maybe get one of those ghillie suits. And go full on camouflage. I've got one of those lines again here. So who are you going with? Are you going with family, or is it just like mates or work colleagues or whatever? Or is it like a stag or something? I don't know. Do, 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 do. They wanna have fun. Just mates. Okay. They wanna have fun. Just wanna have. Do, 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 do. Just gonna try and get some of these whiter highlights in. Is done for girls who wanna have fun. He's looking more and more like an Eric. Do you think so? Well, you have to decide, Jamie. You're the official naming committee. I will bow to your decision. just to sort of pick up on some of these highlights, that's all. It's the beady eye. Oh, bless him. Just need that to blend a little bit more into the blue. It's a bit too stark for me. Falls down. I just really like how some of these feathers, like most of them are blue, but occasionally you have the ones that sort of have that green in and just sort of pick up on the brighter greens that are up here. It just almost, because the kingfisher reflects its environment, it just sort of gives you a hint of where it is. Because there's no background to this, it's, you know, it's just white, though the reference picture you can see has got green in it. You just know it's in like this lovely leafy sort of area, and it's just really nice that that all sort of shows. In the same way that when we did Derek, you could see the reflection in his eyes. There was something in his eyes that he was reflecting, and the light sort of bouncing off his nose. You could just sort of, he wasn't just a dog on a white piece of paper. There was a sense of what was around him. And I'm getting that with the kingfisher too, so I'm quite pleased about that. Right, and I need to do, where's my, there is a line. There we go. Right, I think that's probably a good place to stop for today. So he's coming along, he's getting there. I'm really quite pleased with how the feathers are coming along, because I'm not going to lie, I was a bit worried about getting the fluffy nature and all those shadows in, but it seems to be working, so I'm happy. So yeah, so thanks for joining me today, chat. It's been great to have you along as always. I think tomorrow, no, not tomorrow, it's Friday tomorrow, so on Monday then we'll probably get this longer strip down or go over here. I'll let you decide on Monday, but apart from that, I will see you tomorrow with Mr. Chips the goldfish. Thanks for joining me, guys. See you tomorrow. Take care. Love to you all. Bye.